It's like, I think it's an old farm sign. That's crazy. I think they're using it now for like hunting. You can see trail signs in there. Pretty crazy what you'll find on the road, especially way out in the country like this. All kinds of abandoned stuff. Not even lights on these. Talking a little bit, but at any rate, welcome back to another episode on 539. So I am currently in the northeastern section of Indiana, or I might be in the northwestern section of Ohio. I'm not exactly sure at this point. I'm kind of just straddling the border, and I'm trying to check out a few locations for some potentially incredibly historic old graveyards. And yeah, it's looking incredible out here. It's kind of a more secluded part of the country, and you don't see a whole lot of people. There's a lot more forest area and wildlife, and a few farms dotted here and there, but overall it's a pretty good mix around here. Whoa. There's just a massive trash pile over there. It looked like purely of trash cans. Yeah, I'm seeing letter names, so looking like we're currently riding through Ohio. And it's actually looking like we passed right on by the first potential, so I guess we'll go ahead and turn around and take another look. If not, we're gonna keep on moving to the next potential location. Approaching potential number 2 here. Let's keep our fingers crossed. It's an interesting looking intersection. If I have it marked correctly, this is the potential right here. I don't really know if it's actually what I'm thinking it is again. We might have had another false positive. Yeah, it looks like another false positive. Yeah, again, I'll just go ahead and leave it in and we'll head on to the next one. We've got one more potential here. I guess if this doesn't work out, then welcome to my story. And then, of course, there's always the option of getting ran over by gigantic farm equipment too, so. Well, I wasn't expecting to pull in this one, but it looked kind of overgrown and was around the area where I was searching for a few of the other places. So let's go ahead and stop here and check this one out, because it's kind of looking like everything else at this point is going to be just a false positive. So it's not too terrible, but you can see how it's just barely mowed. So I'm not really sure how much care is done here and how much we're going to find. Looks like there's a veterans marker right here. I'm not seeing any headstone. Oh, it's right here. That's how buried it is. It's kind of interesting. Now, normally I would think that was a reference to the Friends Church, but next to it is another marker here that reads Aunt. I'm kind of wondering about this. There's a pretty big patch of woods back here. Oddly though, with such a big patch of it, there doesn't seem to actually be anything in these. Does seem to be a lot of stuff that's just buried in the grass here though. But again, lots of decorative plants have been allowed to kind of grow wild. I smell gunpowder. That's weird. It literally smells like the end of a fireworks show. Look how overgrown this is. The writing isn't really bad at all. And there's a toppled over Woodman of the World monument right here. It seems like it would take a lot of force to knock it over. It is obviously a potential that erosion damage is what really caused it though. Very, very strange. It's a pretty bright color of stone. That's really neat looking. I don't know how well that's turning out on film. Kind of sad the damage here at the top though. And another area here. You can even see they got a flag there for potentially another veteran's grave. And right here is actually an Oddfellows marker too. That's weird. Look at this. I thought it was a snake at first, but it's actually a little strap that looks like somebody might have put it around this bush and tried to tow the actual plant out with a truck, and it snapped. Wow, a pretty crowded area right here around the tree. You can see something here which resembles a handmade or homemade stone. And then right next to this memorial here is something, I don't know if it's a little retaining wall. It doesn't even really look to be associated with a memorial, so I don't know, kind of hard to tell on that one. See, right here on the edge of this hill is another Woodman of the World monument, and kind of at a dangerous position. It really could fall quite easily. I kind of thought this was something that was buried, but when you get closer you can tell it's just a really, really old stump. But on the other side there is something here. And two more of these decorative areas, little landscaping arrangements that have gone wild over the years. So yeah, it's really hard to tell what's even inside. See, this one is fairly clear on the backside. So it may be just this one large memorial here. It seems kind of strange though, to have this much growth behind it and not have anything in there though. This one is one hiding right here. Really easily could disappear if the plants or the grass grows up this way. And it looks like it's just really, really old bushes that they've partially cut back, but not all the way. Just as the recent one that we looked in and saw the tow strap inside of, that's probably a similar circumstance where they attempted to get the bushes out, but they were just a little bit too big. I think this one actually has its top right next to it right here. I'm not seeing any separate names on it, but it has been stood up and placed as if it itself was a separate memorial. So it's kind of interesting. And obviously it would have just been placed right up top here. And something here definitely doesn't go along with any of these right in this vicinity, but I'm thinking what it actually is the very, very top piece of this oddly placed memorial section here. So it's sort of split up into three completely different areas. Incredibly hard to read this one. I don't know where the rest of it is either. Looks like it must be lost. There's a really interesting name here. Looks like an alternative spelling of justice. Looks like Justice Baron, maybe. Pretty faint. Alright, we're at the very back again. I think I might have spotted something back here. It might be just a discard pile. You can see a piece of something right there and a few other stones lying around here and there. I think they're just part of broken items, honestly, at this point.